Well, it's time to do a little maintenance on the Thunder Creek. We stopped and filled it up with DEF on the way home at the truck stop. We need to change the diesel filter right there. We got some new filters, and we had a couple of little sight glasses. Just the sun bakes them. So there was one of them that was cracked pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and replace all those with some new ones. Those are the float indicators that show you how much fuel are in the tank. So Robert's got the new ones. It's going to unscrew those and put those on there with the O-ring. We'll be good to go on that. Let's see if we can find a filter wrench big enough to take those off. Those are some pretty good sized filters. Well, we got a busy day today. Gonna get power put in and the septic to the A-frame and the future barn pavilion area. Well, we can definitely tell who the operator is.
Excavator.
Those is your operating shoes right there.
Yeah.
You done got the windows tinted and everything. You're good to go, aren't you?
So my feet have been hurting. So my wife and I, we went and picked these up Sunday. I felt like I was school shopping.
School shopping all over again.
I'm like, don't make me use my money to buy these. But I tell you what, they have made a big difference. I've actually been walking.
More comfortable there? Well, yeah.
My feet were hurting bad at the end of the day.
Oh, wow.
So I might not look that professional on the job site, but I feel.
You feel better?
Yeah.
All right, well, there's my septic system, and the other half of it's on the trailer over there. What we got? 500 foot to put in?
500 foot.
1,250 gallon tank. There's my overflow box.
That's a 1,500 gallon.
Oh, 50 you over. Well, that's what you had, right?
Yep, that's a 1,500. I think we run the permit. So we got 1,500 gallon. Got your overflow box.
Got my overflow box. Look at that. Got me a little. I just knocked that hole out, don't I? What's left of it?
Yeah, it ain't much to it.
Gotcha. Got the Mechalac.
Yep.
Got the skid steer wrapped down there, and we're gonna put a septic system in. So we gotta do 500 foot lines. You're going to send me some pictures there, because I'm not gonna be able to hear it beep. Can't even talk this morning. Not gonna be able to be here to pester you.
Yeah,
like I did last time. Everybody said I should leave the working man alone, but I was like, maybe they don't know that this man calls me and wants to talk to me for an hour while I'm working.
Yeah. Are you doing anything?
Are you doing anything? I know you're not busy. It's only, you know, Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning. So pipe's coming out right here. I'm gonna do the septic tank, and the future barn's gonna go right there. So we should have enough fall to get to the septic tank. And then the 500 foot lines are gonna go right here, stay off the wood line. Yep, should be good to go.
It won't take long.
Nope. So for summer, I was trying to get him to do 4 125 foot lines, but he said the dirt got worse way down there, but he also checked like 100 feet from the fence, and I just don't know how it went so bad within 25 feet. So
yeah, it's amazing how
it's just yeah, especially when we did one sample here and one 200 feet down there, but
yeah.
You know, somewhere we couldn't go another 25 feet. So
we get phone calls all the time.
It is what it is.
We want to get a system, and they want us to do a mound system, and it's gonna cost all this money, and my neighbors beside of me, they don't have anything. How did my land get
crappy?
Yeah, all of a sudden, you know, they're fine. I'm like,
it happens.
Theirs was put in 70 years ago.
Yeah, they just looked at it and said, hey,
stick it in here.
It'll be fine, it'll drain. Look at this fancy skid steer.
So we can find it.
So you can find it? Is that so you know if somebody else uses it on your job site?
Yeah, we'll see it.
Got it all wrapped and everything. 10-4. Well, let's get some stuff in the ground.
It's the new Minecraft.
The new Minecraft one?
Yeah.
You remember how to run this thing?
I'm gonna see what it does.
Just remember, if it slips, try to catch it.
Yeah. It's not too heavy. Not over 3,000 pounds.
I got to put this on the trailer with the camera on, so.
Best of luck with that.
The good thing is you'll be gone by the time I realize that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
That's a pretty box.
That is a pretty box.
Like ASAP precast products made.
Precast, made directly for my specs. Ta-da! Overflow box is there. Let's go set a tank in the ground. Well, I'm glad you got them trained where you don't have to come to the job site no more. Except for me, VIP service here.
Yeah.
Make sure, you know, we started off right here.
Well, I've got a turbocharger I've got to carry back to Raleigh. So the core is pretty expensive, so I'm gonna get my core money.
You want to go make sure? Is that what you're going to do while they're working on the septic system here?
Yeah, which I'll jump in there and dig in just a minute.
Get some footage in the ground.
Yep.
Since you already called the inspection in
Just a couple hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
And we just started breaking ground.
They put the Mechalak to the test.
Move some dirt. Chad said the dirt's a little hard here. She said digging in that sand. Chad lives about, I don't know, 60 or 70 miles away from me. It's a lot more sandier there. But he's nice enough to come up here and do my septic system for me.
Hey, can I hold the camera?
Yeah, you want to do that? Here, see if you can hold that. Might have to use your pinchers to break that dirt up.
Yeah. I'll get that frog.
Save the frog. You could probably pick it up. If you were an operator, you'd be able to pick it up and put it out of the way. I want to give them your point of view. Robert also pointed out you had great control on this.
It's got my windows tinted, so I didn't put it back in here.
So you just give the man a great rod, call it good?
Yeah.
off-road truck has driven over it a lot of times when I built these pads.
Just remember on the septic permit, it says do not drive or build in the septic area.
After it's installed.
No above ground swimming pools are allowed on train fields.
What? We're gonna put a parking lot down.
You ever get to pulling this stuff up and if you grab your joystick harder,
If you pull back faster,
it's got more power.
it gives it more breakout force. I like your handles right there. For when stuff gets real there, you don't want your hand to slip off the joystick.
That's it. It's armrest for your wrist.
Armrest for your wrist. I might build a pond dam out of that too. All right, we got one line in the ground. Just gonna start digging the trench for the pipe going to it. I'll run another line right here, try to keep everything down the hill as far as we can. Kept it off the woods enough where I can keep my little path over there. That'll work out good. So following up on a second part of this video, we got the septic tank put in about 3 weeks ago. Caught the beginning of that, then we had to leave, go out of town for a couple trips, so not much has happened. We've had about a foot of rain. Ended up having to throw that little diversion berm up there the other day. All the water I've got to redirect it is coming right through here, washing across the septic field, which is a big no-no. So yeah, I've got to end up filling some more of that in, kind of cutting a swell around there. Just too much going on, not enough time. But not much has happened on the A-frame in the past 3 weeks. Did get the metal roof put on and the custom windows made for the front up here. So that turned out really nice. All the doors are here. There's a 12-foot kind of custom sliding glass door that goes through the front right here. Double doors in the back and the bathroom doors. Jeff's guys are actually coming tomorrow to put the doors in, and there's going to be a deck that comes all the way around here to go to the bathrooms with a ramp right here for handicap accessibility. There's not going to be a gutter on this side since the deck is going right up to there. So I've got the mini and the skid steer, some pipe and gravel. I'm going to dig a little trench right through here, put in some sock pipe so that when that runoff comes off here, I can do a gutter across this. I want it to be able to go down into that gravel, into a pipe, and then I'll run it all the way over here so that it can run out of the wall back here somewhere. Where, I just don't know just yet. Might just move that rock and let it run out right there. Sounds like a plan. Let's make it happen. So I've got all of this covered in gravel. I need a couple more scoops right here. This is going to get a gutter, so I ran solid pipe all the way out to the end of the wall. So a couple more scoops right here, then I'll cover the rest of this up with dirt, clean everything up, and that'll just kind of, whatever drains out will just come right here to that rock and just kind of do what it's going to do. All right, so this was a quick little afternoon project. Got that knocked out, and they can come in here and start framing out the deck tomorrow, get all the doors in, and all that runoff will now have a nice way out over here.